Hey friends, it's January 25th, 2025, and this is this week's Field Notes. We are bringing week 4 to a close. And so wanted to kind of stop for a moment and record this video to kind of capture kind of this journey that I've been on, that some of you have joined in on. And so thank you for watching. So what the Field Notes really is it's like a vlog, right? It's me just kind of talking to a camera and documenting the things that I'm learning, the things that I'm trying, and communicating with you who are choosing to follow along, kind of the status of what I'm trying to do. And so, I started this YouTube channel not with some sort of a destination in mind. Like I have no actual real goals, but I do have a direction, right? I do know that I want to be better in communicating. So I'm putting in my reps by making these videos and talking to a green dot on my iPhone, right? That's literally what I'm looking at right now. But also I felt like there's a lot of things that I've learned in my life, and many of you who know me, one of the first things, you find out is that I probably lived many, 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 many lives, and I've done many, 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 many different things and different types of work and careers, and I just continue to kind of grow and evolve and change. And so that's kind of the point of this, to kind of capture that, to share that, and share some of the things that I've learned in hopes that it could be of value to you. So I've been pretty consistent with my 1-minute stories. That's the project that I'm trying to do, where I'm posting a 1-minute story every single day for 365 days. And so I've been doing that. But then this is the Field Notes that I'm trying to do on a weekly basis, which is a little bit longer. But hopefully, it serves a different purpose, right? It's to help kind of capture kind of the journey, right? Document this journey, as Gary Vaynerchuk would say. So what I want to do is just kind of share with you some things that I've learned and I've documented on my little field note. This is a bullet journal pocket notebook. So it's just a perfect size that fits in my little carry bag that I carry all my medical equipment with, or medical supplies with. And so yeah, I love this little guy. And then that goes really well with my big journal as well. So I use both. And hopefully one of these days I'll be able to share with you a little bit of how I utilize these tools. All right, so what I want to do is just kind of share with you just some real simple things that I captured in my notebook. One is, whenever I meet an interesting person, especially this week where I got to spend quite a lot of time with the global director of coaching for City to City, I always like to ask them, hey, what are some books that you would recommend? And so based upon the conversations where we're having, he actually recommended 2 books. One is Impact Networks, right? So I don't really know much about it, but I will, and I'm going to read it. And then secondly is A Gentleman in Moscow. So that's what that book is. So don't know much about it, but for me, it's even better that I don't have much details. But if it's a recommendation from someone that I found to be super interesting, it's worth at least trying to read. And the reason why he recommends some of those books is because I was really in a season of processing whether I wanted to build a community or I wanted to be part of catalyzing and fueling a movement. And so with The Beautiful Future, some of you have been with me for these past 4 or 5 years, kind of behind the scenes, kind of in a private membership kind of space. And I felt like my hope was to build a community of faith, hope, and love. But lately I've been really more interested in catalyzing a movement of mavericks that are that are driven by faith, hope, and love, and that are living by faith, leading with hope, and being driven by love. And so that's kind of the catchphrase that I've been using. But I really want to start thinking in movement dynamics, not in community building. I think community building is part of that, but really, if you want to catalyze a movement, I think there's a different approach. And so, my time at Saddleback Church with the Global Peace Plan and Purpose Driven that's where I learned a lot about movement dynamics, because there were I was part of a global movement, right? And so those are some of the things that I think that I'm going to start really exploring and being curious about. Now, the other thing that I wanted to share is just something more practical, is that I've been really thinking about this idea of burnout And I think we could actually be burnt out but be high functioning, just like you could be an alcoholic and still be high functioning. No one knows that you're burnt out. No one knows you have a drinking problem because you're high functioning. And sometimes, that could be dangerous, because I was one of those. And then to a point, you no longer become high functioning. Your body just shuts down on you. And so, as I've shared in the past, that put me in the hospital for a week and took me 3 months to recover from that burnout. So, so what I wanted to do was to start talking a little bit about helping people to understand maybe they're on the verge of burning out, and how we could prevent it, and how we could kind of make some changes in our way that we work and live, and actually even how we think, more importantly, in order to prevent a burnout. So one of the things I started reviewing again is this thing called weekly reviews, and I got that from this book, Getting Things Done by David Allen. So it's a pretty famous book on productivity. And so one of the big concepts that he introduced me to is this idea of the weekly review. And then I like to add a preview as well to kind of look ahead on the weeks. And so I modified a little bit I use this as a spark, as a seed, and I modified it to make it work for me. And so I thought maybe, in future videos, I'll be able to kind of share a little bit of my process, because, I have this notebook, I have this thing, and I have some digital tools that I use to kind of organize my thoughts and my thinkings, and so forth. So that's what I have for today. And before this video gets way too long, I'm gonna actually just kind of end it with kind of the statement and an invitation that I said that I'll close out all my videos with, is actually an invitation to you to join us in answering the call to create the beautiful future, a better future. And especially in the US, it feels like there's a lot of chaos and a lot of uncertainty. But we have a choice to answer the call to make tomorrow a better day, not only for us and our family, but for others. And so let's create the beautiful future by learning to live and lead the beautiful life with the beautiful one today. All right, so hope you'll join us. I'll see you next week.